Then I cut out onto like an old light, like it picked up an old, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, this is gonna look crazy. Yeah, it's gonna look like I'm a time travel on my other, because like it's done that like twice where it gave me the opportunity to like go back onto it, but it's just gonna look weird, that's all. It'll be funny though. So I hope you guys enjoy stupid shit like that. There's just two instances I know that's gonna happen that I seen that. I'm like, ah, fun. Um, yeah, so I was just on and my phone, like I said, it was cutting out and or that's what I was saying on the other end one. Okay. So yeah, my blood pressure, I'm just trying to get my shit together and whatnot. It'll be all right, you know. You got to take care of yourself. I just, like I said, I had to speak on everything about what they're saying about everything with religion, and it all comes together. I wanted to give this guy his props. So let me just look this guy's name up real quick. Oh my God, you know, like, uh, there's so many things that, you know, we can't worry about so much. Um, but there's other things like we should know the truth, you know? Um, I'm not gonna clown on churches and my past like stuff that I never had issues with any church, you know? Like I enjoyed going to church. Um, only time I ever had any issue was when I was pregnant and I just felt some quote unquote uh uncomfortable male attitude or behavior or lack of compassion to me, basically. Like, I felt that. End quote. There you go. And that's it. I didn't. It's okay to disagree with people and be healthy or something, but, or like have a healthy thing, but I'm not disrespecting people and you can't like get clout from people and then like you took all you wanted the clout but then you wanted to act like you didn't want to be a part of that, but it didn't make any sense to me because it was 100% clout except you just didn't want like um maybe 40 minutes or something of it out of, anyways, I never spoke on this shit before, so it is what it is. I feel like people want to know the truth, and that's like you can have that because I'm not here to play games, you know. I'm not um I've been saying it is about equality. Like women, we don't want to like nobody needs to feel like like they're just not able to have their own or something. Like that's anybody, but the truth of the matter is, you know, God wants me to say this that white people destroyed black culture in a lot of ways or tried to. I can't say they actually did that. They did not succeed ever at actually, like, there's a lot of bad things that happen to a lot of different cultures because of like the the infrastructure, whatever, the freaking builds, the establishment of, like I said, something that goes back. That I do believe people were ignorant on, like I said, either they didn't have all the information. Once people actually have the information, you can't lie to yourself. And this man actually has the information. That's what I was trying to show you. I did actually, I do believe, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is just, excuse me. That was kind of rude, wasn't it? Ugh, but whatever. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be helpful. Um, okay, so I know there's like the videos that I posted of my videos, but I'm trying to see if it's gonna show, like, how can I see the stuff I posted that was not mine? Even the shit I was just watching, I was looking, but I didn't see that. Let me just take it back. Okay. It's just my stupid blood pressure. Like I said, I'll be alright. Hopefully. I mean, I know I will be, but. uh, Yeshua. Maybe that's why they say God bless you. It sounded like I said Yahshua. There's a lot of things, like, it's just don't ignore, like, sometimes there's little stupid things that you might think is stupid, but like little stupid silly things. Like, I know what Michael Jackson he means, like, but what about like that to me, like, sound like Yahshua or something. Like, it's like, because you're trying to make sense of, like, who is God or God's sons and daughters and chosen ones. It's God's light. It's like, it's something special, and it's not to be taken lightly. It's not a joke. And again, you don't want to have an ego. And again, I'm just trying to find where is. There's a lot of shit though, but yeah, Nick Bannon, Nick Cannon is his band. Nick Cannon controversial video. Okay, no, I'm just saying we'll get back to that, but I've looked at all kinds of different weird videos and things of such different nature. Just, it's just all crazy though. But the religious stuff though, I'm just like, okay, this is very different. Uh oh. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm just looking. Where are we here? Still looking back, trying to see where's. Because again, there are people. Here we go. This guy here said awakening. I mean, it's him.
In an era where this knowledge is available to everyone, the information is out there. Take in this knowledge and digest it, discern it, understand it, and activate it. It's not just gaining the knowledge, you have to apply it. Knowledge is not power. The application of knowledge is actually power. Apply this in your own life. Start learning how to manifest. Start learning how to help people. Start learning how to believe in yourself. Once you get the wisdom and the knowledge in your head and you start to apply some of the fundamentals in your life, you see that it actually works. That's when you're really making it somewhere, and you can begin to then hand that knowledge and wisdom down like the ancients did to the next generation. And when so many people get to that knowledge and that understanding over time, the whole planet's going to shift. We just got to get to that certain number that's going to trigger a mass awakening globally. In an era where this knowledge is available to everyone, the information is out there. Take in this knowledge and digest it, discern it, understand it, and activate it. It's not just gaining the knowledge; you have to apply it. Knowledge is not power. The application of knowledge is actually power. Apply this in your own life. Start learning how to manifest. Start learning how to help people. Start learning how to believe in yourself. Once you get the wisdom and the knowledge in your head, and you start to apply some of the fundamentals in your life,
I'm trying to get into his page. I don't know. Oh my god, Help. This is not gonna be my. Oh, how am I going to choose this? Here we go. Here we go now. All right. Yeah, because it just seems like oh my God, this Thank you, Mick. Oh man. Yeah, I did not realize that it was muted. Mick Thompson, you're making me think of what's his name? The character Dave Chappelle had played is like hooray for New York boobs or whatever. And or no, you I don't know if you said hooray. He didn't say that. You got me all conflicted here with that. Because you're saying hooray for boobs. He would say you gotta he said you have a great set of New York boobs on anyways. It's just funny. Yeah, so I was just actually talking about that show earlier today. I don't know if it was this same live. Thank you, Mick, for letting me know that it is muted. Um, okay, what am I doing? There we go. I forgot that I have this, and I was like trying to set something up on top of it to like hold up freaking. There we go. That's better. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna share some of this. I have to get as comfortable as I can so that my neck is comfortable and stuff here. Hold on, I'm gonna come out of the shadows. Okay. Okay. It'll be alright. Oh. ASMR. Somebody make that. No, actually, I had something like that recently. It's really good. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. But anyways, so yes, I was talking about this guy. He can say it a lot better because he's the one doing the research, and the fact that he's looked everything up. He looked up all these old scriptures and translated, and there's nothing that we didn't already know or something. Like, again, who is Jesus or Yeshua and all this stuff is really, and I don't know, whatever. I'm like I said, I don't think God wants everybody to hate on each other. Like, stop just being like, if anybody wants to hate on anybody, or if God wants anybody to hate on anybody, it's just not hate, but God hates all of this stress and the strain that's been placed. Like, I know, you know, it's just a bunch of crap, and we know that. And what I'm saying is the truth, and take it as you will. Yeah. Again, he's not about facts and stuff. I've been saying that about anything. It's facts. You have the facts. That's how you don't want to have opinions that hold no water, like, so to speak, like, just don't have any, like, you want to know, like, what's the point of having an argument, and then, like, why would you want to argue and put your life on the line for somebody, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, we're all over the place type of thing. Everybody's on their own type of thing, but it doesn't have to be like that. It has to be, let's make sure that we're all taken care of. We all take care of each other and make sure everybody's okay, and that everybody's safe, and that, like, we don't destroy what we already have, and that, like, what we still have, because that's how you need to look at it. Like, I don't. I'm coming totally non-bias because I am a woman, but I'm not really going off on all of this woman stuff. I'm just saying, I'm not even talking, I'm talking about religion and like where the the evil or the bad originates, and a lot of people have been talking about it for a long, long time. Um and it's really like interwoven so much that it was like gotta rip like off the curtain or something, and it's like, oh, hello. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, here he is with I still don't even know his name, but like I said, oh, Billy Carson, there we go. He's the founder of 4BK TV Network and Forbidden Knowledge Inc., renowned as a researcher, author. Anyway, so yes, you want to hear his words again, Billy Carson. So here we go.
When you go to the pyramids on Giza, you start to see fossils, ocean fossils. There's a video of me online standing out there in the Sahara Desert by magnificent basilosaurus bones that are like 30 feet long. These are whales, ancient whales. I'm standing around, I'm surrounded by dead whales in the middle of the desert. I've got seashells all around me. Why is that? Because that whole place was flooded by a global flood or either a massive regional flood. By having this flood, we're able to see the erosion. And the erosion can be calculated. How long does it take for limestone to degrade? How long does it take for these different types of stone, diorite and granite, to be able to be eroded by water? So by that method, you can actually calculate a time frame, and you discover that the Great Pyramid is probably 36 to 40,000 years old. Wow. Not 3 or 4,000, 5,000 years old like they try to tell you. When you go to the pyramids on Giza, you start to see fossils, ocean fossils. There's a video of me online standing out there in the Sahara Desert by magnificent basilosaurus bones that are like 30 feet long. These are whales, ancient whales. I'm standing around, I'm surrounded by dead whales in the middle of the desert. I've got seashells all around me. Why is that? Because that whole place was flooded by a global flood or either a massive regional flood. By having this flood, we're able to see the erosion. And the erosion can be calculated. How long does it take for limestone to degrade? How long does it take for these different types of stone, diorite and granite, to be able to be eroded by water? So by that method, you can actually calculate a time frame, and you discover that the Great Pyramid is probably 36 to 40,000 years old. Wow. Not 3 or 4,000, 5,000 years old like they try to tell you. When you go to the pyramids on Giza, you start to see fossils. Predicted Trump would win this election, and the reason why is because Kamala is not in the bloodline. Every president of the United States, except for Van Buren, was related to John Lackland, the former King of England that signed the Magna Carta. All these presidents are related by blood, and people just still don't get it. You still just don't get it. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Instead of sitting back, hoping and wishing and begging for one of these folly trickster saviors to come and rescue me, I've decided that I'm going to take charge. I proclaim myself as president, not of a nation, but of my life, my family, and my community. Each of us holds immense power to shape our reality. Every one of us has the ability to lead by example, to be kind, to be strong, and to find solutions instead of excuses. They don't want you empowered. They want you to rely on them. We have the true power on this planet. There are 8 billion of us. Begin to organize and collaborate within your communities. Stop relying on the system to spoon feed you. Let us be the presidents of our own lives. Predicted Trump would win this election, and the reason why is because Kamala is not in the bloodline. Every president of the United States, except for Van Buren, was related to John Lackland, the former King of England that signed the Magna Carta. All these presidents are related by blood, and people just still don't get it. You still just don't get it. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Instead of sitting back, hoping and wishing and begging for one of these folly trickster saviors to come and rescue me, I've decided that I'm going to take charge. I proclaim myself as president, not of a nation, but of my life, my family, and my community. Each of us holds immense power to shape our reality. Every one of us has the ability to lead by example, to be kind, to be strong, and to find solutions instead of excuses. They don't want you empowered. They want you to rely on them. We have the true power on this planet. There are 8 billion of us. Begin to organize and collaborate within your communities. Stop relying on the system to spoon feed you. Let us be the presidents of our own lives. Predicted Trump would win this election. election. And the
Alright,
reason why is because we plan to create 10 millionaires through stock trading within 100 days. Getting upset about what they're posting or what their opposition is
what
to what I'm
happens
talking
to
about
you when
is
you respond
ridiculous.
to
I'm punishing
negativity
myself and
or
I'm actually hurting myself. They're not hurting me because I'm actually feeding their energy. So when I realized that they were energy vampires, when I flipped my whole way of thinking about it, because what happens is they write a negative comment on a post that I made. That information they typed in is digitized and rides a microwave signal to the cell tower, bounces up to a satellite, bounces down to my area, goes through my cell tower on a microwave frequency, goes to my device lights up, a photon hits my retina, and it triggers something in my mind to make me want to respond. Now I've transferred my energy back into the device and it goes back to them through the same method. Right. When they see the light up and they see I responded, they actually get joy. I got pain, they got joy. When I realized it, I said, why would I do that again? People, they call you a pseudo-philosopher, pseudo-scientist, they say you're spreading misinformation. How do you combat those accusations? And then at the same time, do they even matter? Getting upset about what they're posting or what their opposition is to what I'm talking about is ridiculous. I'm punishing myself and I'm actually hurting myself. They're not hurting me because I'm actually feeding their energy. So when I realized that they were energy vampires, when I flipped my whole way of thinking about it. Because what happens is they write a negative comment on a post that I made. That information they typed in is digitized and rides a microwave signal to the cell tower, bounces up to a satellite, bounces down to my area. Depictions of giants. You can tell that they're giants because the other people that are attending to them, they're like not even a third of the height. I went to Colorado. We landed in the Grand Canyon, and I specifically wanted to go to the area where I heard there were bones of giants and ancient Egyptian artifacts like carved into the dome. And that area was roped off, and it had military control over there. And I said to the guy, like, what is the big deal? Why can't we come in here? And the guy said that this land is owned and secured by NASA. We're trying to cover this up. The evidence of these people are here. The text tells us about it. There's depictions of them all around the world, etched into stone, etched into temples. According to these texts, these massive people came from somewhere else and came to this planet, made it with some humans, and then they gave birth to the Nephilim. Depictions of giants, and you can tell that they're giants because the other people that are attending to them, they're like not even a third of the height. I went to Colorado. We landed in the Grand Canyon, and I specifically wanted to go to the area where I heard there were bones of giants and ancient Egyptian artifacts like carved into the dome. And that area was roped off, and it had military control over there. And I said to the guy, like, what is the big deal? Why can't we come in here? And the guy said that this land is owned and secured by NASA. We're trying to cover this up. The evidence of these people are here. The text tells us about it. There's depictions of them all around the world, etched into
let me
stone,
go on to the next
etched into
one.
temples. According to these texts, these massive people came from somewhere else and came to this planet, made it with some humans, and then they gave birth to the Nephilim. Depictions of giants, and you can tell that they're giants because the other people, where are the
Interesting.
Anunnaki and why haven't they returned? Some of them never left. There was a war. During this situation in the tablets, some of these beings said they were going to forego and they were going to leave, and they left. And some of them stayed. They're still around us today because I believe their offspring are still here walking amongst us, and you wouldn't be able to detect them or differentiate them from a normal person. The ones that did go, when will they return? And the animal tablets of Thoth, some of the oldest texts on the earth, Thoth the Atlantean says that far in the future an enemy will come from deep space, and he says that the person that is wise enough to raise his ship from underneath the Sphinx will be able to defeat them with ease. So according to him, far in the future, in some deep future time, there is going to be some type of situation we might face in space. Maybe it's the Anunnaki returning to take flight to this planet. Where are the Anunnaki and why haven't they returned? Some of them never left. There was a war. During this situation in the tablets, some of these beings said they were going to forego and they were going to leave, and they left. And some of them stayed. They're still around us today because I believe their offspring are still here walking amongst us, and you wouldn't be able to detect them or differentiate them from a normal person. The ones that did go, when will they return? And the animal tablets of Thoth, some of the oldest texts on the earth, Thoth the Atlantean says that far in the future an enemy will come from deep space, and he says that the person that is wise enough to raise his ship from underneath the Sphinx will be able to defeat them with ease. So according to him, far in the future, in some deep future time, there is going to be some type of situation we might face in space. Maybe it's the Anunnaki returning to take flight to this planet. Where are the Anunnaki and why haven't they returned? Some of them. I still remember to this day telling Harry, I want to do what you're
There's
stories
always
that they've been giving
commercials.
us about how the pyramids were built. One big farce.
No, I'm just laughing because I like my whole idea about like because I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to help, but I don't fucking know. Like I just think that God doesn't want to be mocked. I think this is my belief that God wants us to like keep looking for the answers and like listen to this guy because we'll figure out the actual truth, and that's great. Um there's plenty of people that got plenty of interesting things to say, but and you feel like when there's truth, there's a lot of power behind truth, like you feel it, like like it's nice when you actually get information, like, and it's like, you know it's just good to know what the hell is going on, and good to know like what happened before we were here, and what's gonna happen after, what's going on now, all of that, like, let's go. Yeah.
They always show these cookie cutter stone blocks. Each block is individually made specifically for the location that it's in. It's an interlocking block system, and no two blocks are identical. Nobody talks about that. Over 2 million individually cut, created pieces of a puzzle that were locked together. You're not talking about going somewhere, harvesting stone out of a quarry, making cookie cutter sized blocks, and somehow magically rolling them on tree logs up a mud ramp to the location and then putting them into place, because it wouldn't work. Every block is made specifically for the exact location that it's set in, and you would need more mud than the total mass of the pyramid itself if you were going to make mud ramps, and that would be impossible. No slaves built that pyramid. People that worked on the pyramid were happy to do so because they were honoring the gods, and you would have to have a super advanced knowledge, and slaves don't have that because slaves are supposed to be illiterate. You can't take an illiterate person and have them incorporate at high levels of science and technology into an ancient structure like that. All those particular star alignments, they wouldn't even know story that they've been giving us about how the pyramids were built. One big farce. They always show these cookie cutter stone blocks. Each block is individually made specifically for the location that it's in. It's an interlocking block system, and no two blocks are identical. Nobody talks about that. Over 2 million individually cut, created pieces of a puzzle that were locked together. You're not talking about going somewhere, harvesting stone out of a quarry, making cookie cutter sized blocks, and somehow magically rolling them on tree logs up a mud ramp to the location and then putting them into place, because it wouldn't work. Every block is made specifically for the exact location that it's set in, and you would need more mud than the total mass of the pyramid itself if you were going to make mud ramps, and that would be impossible. No slaves built that pyramid. People that worked on the pyramid were happy to do so because they were honoring the gods, and you would have to have a super. People used to tell me, stop being so stressed out, just feel better, just don't be so angry, just don't be so stressed. It's like, okay, well, don't you think I would want to do that? I could never do that. So what I started looking for, searching for, are things to help you. One of the first modalities I did was brain training. Specifically, it's neurofeedback. What that does is it really puts a mirror up to your brain, so your brain can see patterns that are not serving your highest good. So your brain is fixing itself in real time. And what you're doing is you're listening to music, and it's doing skips, pauses, and interrupts, and you're literally just rewiring yourself while you're listening to this music. Wow. And it takes out all the unnecessary thought processes that you have. It helps with focus, it helps with anxiety and sleep. Rewiring your subconscious. People used to tell me, stop being so stressed out, just feel better. Just don't be so angry. Just don't be so stressed. It's like, okay, well, don't you think I would want to do that? I could never do that. So what I started looking for, searching for, are things to help you. One of the first modalities I did was brain training. Specifically, it's neurofeedback. What that does is it really puts a mirror up to your brain, so your brain can see patterns that are not serving your highest good. So your brain is fixing itself in real time. And what you're doing is you're listening to music, and it's doing skips, pauses, interrupts, and you're literally just rewiring yourself while you're listening to this music. Wow. And it takes out all the unnecessary thought processes that you have. It helps with focus, it helps with anxiety and sleep. Rewiring your subconscious. People used to tell me, stop being so stressed out, just feel better. Just don't, you have to let
Your
people
brain.
be who they are, be where they're at on the journey they are on, and not trying to change people. It's like you cannot change nobody. You can inspire change in somebody, but you can't change anybody. So going and trying to do this, do this, do this, do this. First of all, it's irritating for your friends. It's irritating for your family. Second of all, these people around you, they have their own journey, their own path that they're walking, and it's not for you to try to come in and up and change it. I really had to realize that. So I stepped back, let people be who they are, and just be cool. You have to let people be who they are, be where they're at on the journey they are on, and not trying to change people. It's like you cannot change nobody. You can inspire change in somebody, but you can't change anybody. So going and trying to do this, do this, do this, do this. First of all, it's irritating for your friends. It's irritating for your family. Second of all, these people around you, they have their own journey, their own path that they're walking. What do women actually want? What do they want in a partner? Do they want the qualities that this man is adopting? You have to let people. What do women actually want? What do they want in a partner? Do they want the 1 out of 10 children have experienced emotional abuse. 1 out of 4 experience physical abuse. We're in the era where this knowledge is available. Abuse. 1 out of 4 experience physical abuse. 1 out of 3 women have experienced childhood sexual abuse. 1 child out of 8 have seen their parents get beat up or beating each other up. So if you have these things, sorry, what do women abuse? 1 out of 4 experience physical abuse. 1 out of 3 women have experienced childhood sexual abuse. 1 child out of 8 have seen their parents get beat up or beating each other up. So if you have these things are happening, you are 15% more likely to develop liver disease, heart disease. You're 2 times more likely to develop cancer. This shows you that if you do not deal with your unresolved trauma, that you will eventually develop some sort of sickness. Everything manifests physically. When you start realizing these things and figuring out, okay, well, maybe I have an addiction issue. Maybe I have these angry outbursts that I can't control. It's because of a reason. It's because you have unresolved trauma that you haven't dealt with that's stuck inside your physical body. That's why I tell people, don't blame yourself. 1 out of 10 children have experienced emotional abuse. 1 out of 4 experience physical abuse. 1 out of 3. We're in the era where this knowledge is available to everyone. The information is out there. Take in this knowledge and
Okay, so I've seen that one already. Okay. Hold on, I'm going back and liking all these videos.
People used to tell me, stop being so stressed out. The stories that they've been giving us about how the pyramids were. I still remember to this day. Where are the Anunnaki and why haven't they returned? Some depictions of giants, and you can tell that they're giants because the other getting upset about what they're posting or what their opposition is to what I'm talking about is ridiculous. I'm punishing them. We plan to create 10 million. I think Trump would win this election, and the reason why is because Kamala is not in the bloodline. Every president of the United States, except when you go to the pyramids like Giza, you start to see fossils, ocean fossils. There's a video of me online. I think Trump would win this election, and the reason why is because Kamala is not in the bloodline. Get the pick. Where are the Anunnaki and why have?
Okay, so he was talking about some king. Wait, hold on.
They return. Some of the depictions of John getting upset. We plan to create. I think Trump would win this election, and the reason why is because Kamala is not in the bloodline. Every president of the United States, except for Van Buren, was related to John Lackland, a former king of England that signed the Magna Carta. All these.
Okay, so whoever this king guy is or something, that's the first I heard of this, but I don't know if anybody is aware of, the American actor, what is his name? Oh my god. What's his fucking name? Kevin something, I think. Not Kevin Bacon. What the hell? I don't even know. Oh god. Okay. All I can remember right now, the guy, he was the weird, creepy father in the in the movie American Beauty. It's a movie. Anyways, yeah, that guy. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to clown on you, but you know that like that was the role and whatever. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a normal person or whatever. If he's not normal, he is whatever. That's to be debated. Whatever is, anyways. Yeah. Oh my god. Anyways, I don't feel like taking the time out to look it up. That guy, that actor, is supposedly related to all of the past presidents, and that's something worth looking up. So I do need to look that up and see if that's like the accuracy about that. Um, Let me do that real quick. Uh, okay, I'm just like I said, I can't remember his name, so I'll look up that movie and then we'll go from there. American Beauty. I mean, it's not that's a good movie and stuff. I can't remember his name, like I said. I just don't want to butcher the name. I mean, it's important. I have to know his name so I can look up like anything about like the relevance, if that's actually true or not. Like Kevin Spacey. There we go. Now we can go with this here. Is Kevin Spacey? Oh my goodness. I'm asking Google. Is Kevin Spacey related? Yeah, see, somebody else already asked this. It might have been me. Is Kevin Spacey related to all of the presidents? This is a Google search because people said this. It says Spacey worked on Jimmy Carter's 1976 presidential campaign. He is a friend of President Bill Clinton, having met Clinton before his. Blah blah blah. Talking about his accolades and such. Yeah, we don't care. I am not looking about that. I wanted to. Come on, Google. You know when they have that special. I know I didn't want to go to the Wikipedia. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you know when it has like the little questions people ask and stuff. It says who is Kevin Spacey related to? So that's a good question there. I'm not seeing anything interesting. It says two older siblings, a sister Julie and a brother Randy. See nobody's here to pick on poor Kevin Spacey. Oh, he has nothing to, you know, like where does this stuff come from? But that's what people do. They just make shit up. Somebody said that bullshit though. Like, but I'm not seeing anything saying that he's. Isn't that weird though? Like, it's just I believe in God, and it's just so weird that somebody made like a thing and like wanted people to believe that. So I wasn't the only fool that believed that shit. But that's why we do these, you fact check things. Because I always said like that apparently or supposedly, as far as like we're not in a court of law, but again, I'm not the one, you know, making this shit up. Somebody made that shit up, and I'm clarifying that. Oh, Reddit here we go. Reddit says, why isn't anyone talking about Kevin Spacey's acquittal? See, I don't know anything about what he did. It's just talking about he endorsed Robert F. Kennedy. See, that's a whole nother thing. Why didn't it? There's just too much messy stuff, and nobody has. I don't know. It's we have to prepare ourselves for everything, and that's all I can really say about a lot of things, I guess. But um, It's all gonna clean itself up. That's what God is doing right now. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm not saying anything. Okay, so some idiot, like, I don't know. There's just too many fucking idiots. Like, it's just sad. Either somebody just flat out lied or somebody got duped, and it's just so stupid. But you know what else? Okay, some idiot, and I don't know if they're an idiot or not. Okay, so if they're not, and if they're right, then whatever. But let's look this up. Somebody called themselves saying that Trump is the only president that didn't have like family that owned slaves, basically. So let's find out, shall we? Because somebody said that. It's just weird. Like, we're in 2024. What the fuck? Absolutely shit. But I mean, I'm not like, it's crazy that we have to talk about things like that. It's like, it just shows you, here I am talking about the religious shit, like, that's, or, like, severe changes in the world that, like, I'm not the problem, I'm just the messenger to don't kill me, don't. Anyways, so again, let's break that one down. I don't believe that is true, obviously, because the whole Kevin Spacey. It's just why fucking, just why? Like, why do that? It just reminds me when people will lie about things and like they're like on Steve Wilkos or Maury or something, and the truth it's just stupid. You know what I mean? Like, but they want to still sit there and lie. And it's like, well, the truth is there, dude. Uh, have ancestors that owned slaves. I am asking because somebody made a statement saying that he's the only president that didn't, and we're gonna see if he. Yeah, this is in business today. That's fucking weird. It's weird that this is like published. Now, is this factual? Do we know? No, it's published in a business thing. I'm not saying that it's not true, but I just don't know why something like that is published all over the fucking internet, plastered, what shall you, whatever. It's right there, it's relevant, so it's there. I get that, but how come a lot of information is, it's just, anyways, let's just try to stay focused here on um as far as, because I'm looking at the questions on here. Lincoln saved slaves, as far as I know, because they're asking if about him and if he owned any. Um, and as far as him being assassinated, I'm sure he was, that happened because of his views. Like, we gotta get serious here. Like, God is God. It's not that, like, people do practice different religions, and then they look at God in a different way, like it's different gods. It's like people are different, but God is God, and you know if God approves or not because God gonna let you know. You know, I don't know where my hair thing went. Yeah. Anyways, I want to take care of myself. The best way I can take care of myself is keeping things good, keep things going. Um, the only thing that's ending is all the fucking dumb bullshit and the evil shit because it's not right. I need good people around me, like not just floating people on the internet and like throughout history and time and coming and going through the past and the present and future. Like, I mean, yeah, we need like, um, I need my solids, like literally we need food and all that the solid things in life. The Q is a nice solid, and there's two Q's, so it's the big one and the little one, and I want to take care of them both, and all the way around, like, and all of everybody, all my kids, and I think she agrees with me on that. Yeah, we can all look out for each other. I'm trying my best here to take care of myself. I'm trying to take care of y'all. I wouldn't be taking care of myself if I didn't take care of y'all. If I didn't let you guys know what I know, you know. But again, do more of your own research with different people, okay? I'm just gonna run through real quick. Let's see. You got you got Billy Carson here, okay? Ooh, this guy is great. Oh God, yeah. I watched this. Somebody else was posting it. Not this is I'm not against that. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to LA Film Campus or whatever. Like, I know like people put money in and stuff. I could help expand. It's just I'm trying to expand things in my own city too. Right now, we need Buffalo, New York, my library. That's where I record the music. They what? Anyways, this dude here, Noah Jacob. I'm gonna have to go. So that's Jagger Wright's son, but I'm just saying he has lots of good content and stuff. People like stories, and I'm just trying to give you guys a couple of people to, you know, I don't know if you can see the stuff I liked. Anyways, so again, that's what the deal is. Like I said, I need my solids. Literally, that's we're hungry. We gotta make some food. Time to eat. I gotta go. Um, I'll come back soon enough. I want to interact and talk with everybody. Again, I said I needed my solids. I gotta get my lawyers and shit together here. I will feel better. I need to take care of myself. I take care of my kids. I need help too. Um, Q squared. I'm out.